Hello everyone, welcome to my new series that I'd like to call Level and Chill. In this series, I will level alt and share my opinions about different things in my life that I find interesting. In this series of videos, I will be working on leveling my paladin called Goblin Oil. So, let's get right into the video. So for anyone that needs to know where I'm going to Stranglethorn to level my paladin and kind of finish all the quests that are in there. So, as I'm going to Stranglethorn right now, I'm just going to say that I'm very excited to start this series with you guys, and kind of show you how I play the game, and also kind of, share my opinions. I'm a very opinionated person, and I think I have a lot of good views in the world, and I think some of them which you guys will enjoy a lot. So, I'll catch you guys back when I get to Stranglethorn Village. Okay, so I've now landed in Stranglethorn Village, and I'm just going to probably finish up some questing in this area that I've already started on, and then kind of wrap up the video. I don't really want this video to be too crazy long, but I do want it to be pretty medium. Okay, so let's start. So right now I'm just going to pick up some of these quests. I don't even think I can use my charger now. I'm too low level, so I'll have to use my chauffeur. And I'm leveling on a human paladin, and for obvious reasons, because it outlines a lot of her assets, especially the gear I'm wearing, and I like that. I like looking at a female character in any game that I play, to be honest. Even RuneScape, it's like pixelated, like mush, but I still like looking at it because, I don't know, I just feel like in everyday life I'm a dude every day, so I kind of want to play around with something different. It's not like, oh, I have like some weird like gender dysphoria or something. It's just I just like to see that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I kind of want to talk about what I want to do with this channel a lot. And what I want to do is that I want to make these videos the leveling and chill. I don't really mean to put it in such a big ribbon, but for now that's what I'll just call it. I want to make it a bunch of videos where I just talk and chill and just play WoW or whatever game I'm playing. And I want to make it a series where you can just listen to it when you're about to go to bed, or when you're getting ready for school, or something like that. Just doing some passive task, and you need something in the background to kind of just listen to. So, what are some cool things that are going on in my life right now? Well, for the most part, pretty average stuff. I'm a high school student, so there's nothing too crazy going on in my life except for some big tests and small little quizzes and stuff. And here on this channel, I do really want to share my personal opinion and personal stuff that's happened in my life, because I think that people would be very interested in it, to be honest. So, let's just start talking about some stuff. So, usually when I'm playing video games, I'm usually listening to something in the background. I'm never really just full bore playing, especially if it's an MMO like WoW, where there's so much, filler content in it, which a lot of people find repetitive. But when I'm doing repetitive stuff in this game, I just throw on a YouTube video of anything really, and just listen to that. And I watch a lot of recently I've been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay, like Kitchen Nightmare kind of health stuff. And Jesus, I gotta say, bro, like, holy shit, that guy goes crazy in there. Like, it's kind of a bit of a normie thing to like watch Gordon Ramsay, but it's still very good. Like, he kind of like shocks the fuck out of some of these owners, and it's like, a lot of people call Gordon Ramsay, like, they say to him like, oh, he's we don't like him, he's an asshole. But in reality, Gordon Ramsay is a really, 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 really kind soul. Like, at the end of the Kitchen Nightmare, he always gives people, like, he freaking redoes their whole fucking kitchen. Sometimes he even hires one of his own cronies to work in the kitchen with them if they're lacking in that area, and I found that really nice of him to do. And just sometimes it's just fun to watch those compilations on YouTube of him just fucking tearing into those people, just fucking just like when they, especially if they're like serving like not safe food for the public, that's when that really fucks with Gordon Ramsay, I think. Like that, like usually regular stuff is like, yeah, whatever, you're a stupid owner, but like when he sees that shit, he gets really fucking angry. Like he gets really fucking pissed, really pissed. But anyway, so I was talking about how I watch these, shows while I'm playing World of Warcraft or whatever in the background. And a lot of people do. I'm pretty, like, there's a reason why Kitchen Nightmare has, like, I don't know, like 16 million subscribers or something, some fucking crazy number like that. And it's pretty obvious why they do. It's a very good series to watch passively. Even if you don't like cooking, um, it's very funny. Like, I remember I was watching this thing with Psyche Pebbles, and he's like, yeah, I just watch it. It's like, yeah, this guy doesn't know anything about cooking, but it's still very funny to watch. Another series that I watch also, in my spare time while I'm doing this kind of stuff, is Chris Hansen, some of Chris Hansen stuff. And like, I don't really want to get too into that kind of stuff in this first episode, especially since that involves like, predators and pedophilia. I kind of want to, just make this video about like kind of like softer stuff, but it is still pretty crazy what happens to him. So maybe we'll talk about that later in a later episode. So right now, as you can see, I'm just gathering fucking herbs. I don't even know what my objective is at these videos are honestly pretty crazy that I'm doing this. I've always wanted to share my opinions with people and stuff, and not for monetary gain at all. I don't give a shit about an audience. I don't care about any of that type of stuff. I just want to put my opinion out there so people know. And right now, of course, you can probably tell in my voice that I'm very nervous to do this. I'm kind of a very introverted person, and this series might help me kind of get out of that bubble, and I'm looking forward to that kind of stuff. So one thing that I do want to talk about is just the type of people that play this game. So I have a guild. A lot of people in there are very chill, very cool people that I love very much. Honestly, I really do love them. They're like my family, to be honest. And I really do like them. They're very cool. But like, most of them are pretty casual, and I like that. I'm very casual in this game. I'd say that in some categories in this game I'm very casual. In other games, in other categories, I'm not that casual. But my main point that I'm trying to make here is that like there's a difference between like an elitist in a game and someone who just plays competitively. Like, for example, if my guild is running heroic raids, you goddamn make sure that you know your rotation and are using buffs and stuff that help your health and damage per second and all that other stuff, because it's heroic. It's very hard to do. Okay, Snapclaw. I remember a couple weeks ago I was here leveling one of my other alts, and I had like a midlife crisis. That was really scary. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, I just kind of realized that like one day I'll die, and all my progress that I've made on everything, not even games, just generally, like, will all be for nothing. But so that was pretty crazy. It was like a midlife crisis moment. that was pretty funny. But anyway, so we were talking about my guild, and so I definitely agree with the whole like, yeah, you should only be showing up to raid if you know how to do the mechanics and stuff. Like, you shouldn't just show up to raid not even knowing what to do. That's not fair for the people who organize the raid. Like, I know a lot about my guild, Stranger Danger. These guys put a lot of time and effort into making sure that everyone has the right roles and making sure everyone knows a rotation. Like, I know someone in my guild named Tara, and she really helps me with that. Like, she really helped me with that, and it was really cool because like it was very out of the nowhere, and it's very nice to see people like this on this game be really nice, especially since RuneScape, a lot of people are very kind of like elitist and rude, but a lot of people in WoW I generally find are very nice. Like, for example, I was gonna say, oh, okay, I'm getting off track. So we were talking about different elitists in games. So An elitist would be like someone who looks at your gear and is like, yo bro, you need to fix this, fix this and this and this. That's bad. You shouldn't do that. But giving people tips, especially if they're raiding, is beyond helpful actually, and especially if we're doing mythic dungeons or something like that. So yeah, there's definitely a difference between an elitist and and like just someone who's trying to help you out in the game. But anyway, so that was kind of a bit of a tangent. This is obviously my first video, so I'm trying to kind of structure things away so I'm not repeating myself and I'm not kind of getting lost in my own train of thought, because I, like I said, have a big train of thought, and I sometimes can't contain myself sometimes. Just hop from subject to subject to subject to subject. These videos, I kind of want them to be around 30 minutes maybe, 30 minutes at most. That gives people enough time to listen to while they're playing Minecraft or any other game. Whatever you like to play. Probably World of Warcraft for most people that are watching this. But this channel, I don't really want it to be really mainly World of Warcraft based. Like, I love World of Warcraft, of course, but, you know, I want it to talk about, like, different, like, a lot of, like, people make fun of, like, oh, but, like, I want to make a lot of, like, video essays on stuff that I find interesting. So this will kind of be, like, so if you hear some stuff in here, and then also kind of, I make a little video essays about them, it's because I'm very passionate about it. But, so let's talk about the quest that we're doing. So we're doing tiger stalking. I don't know why we're killing tigers, but we're killing them because XP. That's why we're doing that. That's kind of funny. A lot of question. Wow, I don't read the thing. People like, oh, you should read it. You'll get more thing about the lore. And I agree, but I don't know. Like, especially if I'm leveling an alt, I don't want to kind of, like, I don't know. It just takes longer. You know what I mean? It just takes longer. But some stuff is really interesting. Like, I believe if you're starting a new character, you should definitely read all the intro quest lines. Like, for example, Undead. I saw a video of a guy who did a video on the Undead starting area, and it's actually very interesting. I've made a couple Undead characters. Of course, I haven't leveled them at 120, but I've leveled them nonetheless. And that intro area is so, like, rich in lore. Even if it's just a little bit of it, but it's very rich in lore. And I like that. I like that WoW kind of stuff. Like this, when it comes to WoW lore, I'm very interested in stuff that is kind of like main lore. I'm not really interested in like stuff that's like off the beaten path. I kind of like stuff that's very forward. Drinking some Mountain Dew, gamer fuel. I don't often drink Coke and Pepsi and Sprite and all that other type of stuff, because it is actually really fucking bad for you. Like, it's really bad for you. Like Pepsi and Coke, like that shit is really bad for you. So I just drink like soda water and stuff. I don't know. My balls are definitely big, so I don't know if Mountain Dew is making that any smaller. But anyway, that's besides the point. So just going into this fucking cave here. Top commentary, but whatever. That's okay. There's not really much to comment about. This is just a fucking leveling series, so okay, I'm kind of up to my own stuff to talk about here. So earlier I was talking about. I'm gonna fucking hit myself here. Shit. I want to do a kind of like test run where I do this one in pre-record, like you know, of course, like mid-audio right now, like I'm doing. But then I also want to do one where I just have gameplay and I talk over it, because it is kind of hard to kind of focus on the game and actually do stuff while I'm also trying to form a sentence. It is kind of hard to do, but I can usually do it alone and when not a camera's running. But anyway, so I was talking about earlier about how kind of like different elitists in games, and there's definitely elitists that play WoW. That's for sure there is. Oh fuck, what's up? There's definitely elitists that play WoW. That's not news to anyone. There's elitists in every MMO. But I think there's a difference between giving someone like advice, especially if they're like a crucial member of the guild, and then, you know, just being really a dick about it, to be honest. That's it. Okay, so I want to kind of open a new point here. A new jar of worms, what we're going to call it in this series. New jar of worms. Whoa. This guy's in my guild. What the fuck? god. I love running into random people in my guild. I love that. That's so funny. Okay, anyway. So, right on my little note thing, I have written down talking about coronavirus. And I think that coronavirus is definitely a serious issue, of course. And where I live, it's definitely not as apparent. Like, you know, I don't live in China. But it is still a threat in my country. And to be honest, I will take any opportunity I can to protect myself from it. Like, a lot of people say, oh my god, it's gonna spread, oh my god, oh god. But as long as, like, to be honest with you, as long as you, like, wash your hands and, you know, aren't, like, licking doorknobs, I think you should be good, especially if you don't live in an area that's directly affected by it. Let's plug in my laptop here. Yes, I do game on a laptop. What are you gonna do about it, bitch? Anyway, yeah, this laptop is pretty good, but I might want to invest in a new one in before Shadowlands comes out, because I don't know how the graphics are going to be like. What is this now? That's actually fucking awesome. What? What are you on about? Anyway, this is a person from my guild. I love these guys. But anyway, like I was talking about Chris Hansen before. Like, since this is my first video, I don't really want to go into anything really that deep. Like, I really just kind of want to test my boundaries and what I want to post, like what I can and what I can't. Like, obviously I'll post whatever I want, but I want to see what I can kind of get away with, you know? Like, I don't want to test the waters a little too much, right? But I just want to test the waters, right? That's kind of the goal of this video, is to show you guys, kind of do like a little pilot, like there would be in any show. But anyway, so we're talking about coronavirus. I think that you won't catch it as long as you're not licking doorknobs. If you're licking doorknobs, you're probably going to catch coronavirus. And I feel sorry for you, but, I mean, like, what can you do? Like, I saw some guy on Reddit, and he was like this Muslim dude, and it was like, there was like this shrine that had been infected with coronavirus, and he licked it. He's like, I've now taken the virus of the shrine. You can now come and visit it. But in reality, if you think about that fact, it's like, okay, if a dog shits on the floor and you lick it, it doesn't become cleaner. It still has the virus on it, which is fucking hilarious. But yeah, just when you're doing this, especially if you live in like an affected area, you know, think, you know, use common sense prevails over all. It really does. In the end, common sense really does have a lot of weight. And yeah, it really does. Like, don't be licking doorknobs. But anyway, so I want to talk about different kind of channels that I watch on YouTube. A lot of different channels that I watch on YouTube. A variety of stuff. I watch gaming videos, commentary videos, a lot of kind of like politic videos too. And I'm not talking about like no bullshit politics. I'm talking about like I do watch a lot of like kind of like, you know, people considered right wing like commentary channels, but definitely not like pretty like extreme ones that like nitpick, like no bullshit. Like, I like people that kind of do it in moderation, like Laura Chan and some black guy and Blair White and those folks, and I really do like them. Those guys really are my favorite YouTubers, to be honest. Like, I really do like them. And yeah, I'm always open for like people like about to like listen to politic videos, but I like them only to like some moderation, because I remember after the 2016 election, I really just watched a lot of politic videos, because I was starting to kind of form my political view. And oh, she saved the mom for him. Oh, so nice. She's so fucking nice. Anyway, so yeah, so I started watching a lot of politic videos, and sometimes, this is my tip for you guys, it fucks you up. It really does fuck you up. Depending on what you're watching, it really does fuck you up with all these like crazy like Black Lives Matter and all these fucking crazy feminist rallies. It really does fuck you up, because it kind of sets a message that it's like it's like all of the left, but in reality it's a pretty just a loud minority. Most people on the left are pretty chill. But yeah, so exercise common sense and stuff when you're watching those type videos. Like no bullshit. I like his content. I like him as a person. No bullshit. I like no bullshit. But I think he kind of talks stuff up to kind of attract his more like a right-wing audience, to be honest. And I think he kind of worries, like he'll make a video about like a Twitter post, which I think is kind of stupid. If you're gonna do those videos, like Lauren Chan, who's also a right-wing kind of commentary channel, she makes those type stuff too, but she does like a compilation, like a whole bunch in just one video. It's not like a 5-minute video every day about like different tweets. Like that's kind of pathetic, to be honest, and doesn't really matter in the grand scheme. But if you're making like a whole video about it, I respect that. And it's fun to listen to in one big shot instead of just clicking on these videos and saying, oh my god guys, like the world is falling apart, but in reality it's not really. I really do like Paul Joseph Watson videos though. I do kind of have to take his videos with like a grain of salt, to be honest, because he kind of, like I said, talks about very loud minorities. And I'm not throwing any shade at Paul. I love Paul. He's a great YouTuber. I love his content, and some of his shit is actually like genuinely like I like. Like I'm like, whoa, this is a really good fucking video. This opened up my eyes, taking the red pill or whatever. It really does, because they're really fun, interesting videos. But of course, even if you want to call yourself more left politics, I would say always watch political commentary videos that are proving your side right in moderation, because it can fuck you up depending on what it is. But anyway, I kind of need to do a little bit of those quests over there. Rock on a wall. I don't think I'll do those quests, these 2 quests. I might, but I'll kind of do these ones. So this video is almost approaching 20 minutes, and that's cool. But I just want to, I'll probably make this around 30 minutes as my first one, just to test things out. Because I haven't really got, let's be honest here, I haven't really got a lot done. I've just been talking a lot. And that's okay. I like that. It's fun. I like talking. Especially when I'm doing boring content like this. And of course I'll, stop video and do a lot of stuff and come back, because it's very, a lot of effort for me. Which I don't mind, but it's still pretty crazy. But anyway. So we were talking about politics and how it's, you need to watch in moderation, especially if it's a lot of politics on very extremist groups. Like when I scroll Reddit and I see those like black supremacy posts, I do kind of feel like very like hurt. Like I feel kind of like not black supremacy posts. I'm not looking at any black supremacy posts, but I'm talking like I see like those like white people getting beat up or bullied in school. It's like it kind of really like affects me, and I don't like seeing that kind of stuff. So I kind of have to watch that shit in moderation. And that's with everything. Like I said, whether in the left or right, watch all your politic videos, people, in moderation, or else it will fuck you up. Especially if it's, oh, I'm gonna fucking die, I'm gonna die. Man, I love paladins. You can just fucking heal yourself. Yeah, a little bit of a pickle here. Pickle. Okay, anyway. Yeah. Whoa, my mouse sensitivity. And I am using a Razer Naga, and I fucking love this mouse so much. It's so great. When I first started playing WoW, I was using my goddamn fingers on the keyboard. Oh my god, if I was ever started playing a warrior, ugh, good luck, dude. If you guys play WoW, which most of you probably do since you watch this video, get yourself a good gaming mouse. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be like a little cheap one on Amazon. Just make sure you get it, because it will help your gameplay. Like my DPS probably went from 10k to 30. That's how good it is. And my guild members were like, "What the fuck, dude? Why is your DPS so shit?" I'm like, "Well, I'm fucking using keys." That changes a lot. But anyway, so 5 others told her. So I'll probably get these 3 quests done, and then we'll call it off. But anyway, so yeah, so we're talking about politics and stuff. I love those types of stuff. I think my favorite political YouTuber, or my 2 favorite, is Steven Crowder and Blair White. I love both of them. Blair White, if she ever listens to this, I love you so much. You're awesome. You honestly inspire me. You're very, very intelligent. Also, Steven Crowder, I love you, man. They're both awesome YouTubers. Especially Steven Crowder. He puts a lot of, especially with funding from Mug Club and all that other shit, he puts a lot of effort and editing into all of his videos. Something that I can only dream of course, since I'm only using fucking basic shit that comes with my system. But of course, it's a process, right? The first video, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? I'm not saying this is Rome, but just an example. Also, yeah. So I do watch some politic videos when I'm chilling. I I've been watching a lot of just like gameplay videos of random things, just like this, just watching people talk when they play, and I really like that. It's kind of like some people have described it as like a podcast, and I definitely agree. Like you guys, if you're watching this right now, you can take this as a fucking podcast. I don't care. You can completely just watch your own screen. I don't care. What I'm doing here ain't that interesting. It's fucking leveling stuff that we've done a million times over. So you can take it with a grain of salt or fucking watch all of it. I don't care. It's all up to you. But anyway, I'm really liking this, to be honest. But anyway, so Steven Crowder, very good, and Blair White, very good. Some black guys also very cool. Derek is really cool. I love him. And again, Derek, I do like kind of like these more center left, not these kind of extreme rights. Like I would call Steven Crowder pretty center left, and I would call Blair White pretty center. I mean, I would call Steven Crowder pretty center right, and also call Blair White pretty center right. But Steven Crowder kind of talks more about like the news and like politics, while Blair White talks more about social issues from a right political view, and some black guy just uses common sense, which is pretty much the current right wing view at the moment. Of course, liberals use common sense, but that's debatable. We'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, so I really like them, and I've been watching them for a long time. So let's talk a bit about the 2020 election in America. So my favorite candidate is obviously Donald Trump. I don't mind him. The candidate that I found least worrying was Andrew Yang, but he obviously dropped out pretty early, which is kind of honorable of him. When all these politicians drop out, I feel sorry for them, but it's also kind of honorable. It's like, okay, you're not delusional. You went along and you said, okay, I'm not going to win. I'm just going to drop out and let the people that are actually going to win in my party have their shot, which I think is nice. So I like Yang, but he dropped out, and I like Trump a lot. I like Trump a lot better than Yang, so I don't mind. But it is still pretty, kind of crazy. So I'm gonna do this quest, and I'm probably gonna sign off. And another thing, so Mike Bloomberg, he's a character. Trump makes fun of him. If you're on Trump's Twitter, whether you love him or hate him, you gotta commend Trump for some of these nicknames that he comes up. Sleepy Joe, Mini Mike, fucking Ice Woman. Oh my god, like those are so funny. Those literally make me so funny, and I'm excited to see, because it will probably be Bernie Sanders if the DNC doesn't rig the election like they did with Hillary in 2016. I'm not saying Hillary rigged the election, but the DNC kind of propped Hillary up. Well, Bernie Sanders should have been contesting against Trump in 2016. But anyway, that's besides the point. So if Bernie and Trump are in the finals fighting each other, that would be so funny to watch. I cannot wait for what Trump has to say about Bernie. I really cannot wait. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good. He's gonna come up with so many funny jokes. And honestly, I think if Bernie is running against Trump in it's just them 2v2, it is actually gonna be pretty close race, to be honest. Like pretty fucking close. Pretty close race. Oh fuck. I aggro them. The person I'd say that Trump has the easiest chance against winning is Joe Biden. He's just, if you've seen the videos of him online, of him saying like he literally is very, like, Trump calls him Sleepy Joe, and it's so correct, because he is really just sleepy. He's just a sleepy guy on there. He just says what he wants and whatever, and I think that's funny. I don't know if you guys seen that video where he's like, the kids touch my leg in the sun. And they touched my leg, and I love the kids, or whatever. Like he said something like, this is paraphrasing, of course. He said something like poor kids can just be just as good as white kids, but he meant to say black kids, so he was inferring from that all black people were poor, which is hilarious to me. And it's funny how like Trump can like literally say nothing that's racist, because he hasn't said anything that's racist, at least to the public's knowledge, and get put on blast as much as he does for being racist, homophobic, sexist, or whatever. And there's none of those. But Joe Biden saying these outwardly racist and homophobic comments, and him getting little to no backlash, because whatever, he was Obama's fucking thing, which is so funny. And I think that Joe really just needs to go to retirement home and all that type of stuff, and live out the rest of the day. But Mike Bloomberg, I love him. He's very funny. He's definitely a character. I think I really liked him. Not because his policies is liberal. I don't really agree with his politics, but he was funny. He's like, Bernie Sanders is the best known socialist who has 3 houses, and I totally agree with that. It's like, yeah, you're acting like a socialist, but then you're also like, you know, you own 3 houses. Like, that's kind of ironic, and especially since Bernie Sanders was endorsing Fidel Castro and talking about a literary program, even though Fidel Castro killed thousands and thousands of hundreds of millions of people, which is funny and hilarious. And I don't really want to get into that right now because then we're about to end the video, but yeah. So in conclusion, I think we talked about some cool stuff today, and we're about to hand in all my quests that I've done in what the fuck is it called? Stranglethorn Valley. I called it a village, it started there, but it's a valley. But anyway. So I'm gonna hand these videos. I'm handing in these videos to the YouTube. But anyway, so I'm gonna finish up some of these quests. And obviously, if I was questing without the camera on it, this would go like 10 times faster. But it's still pretty funny. So we're 29 now. 29 now. Should be getting there pretty soon.
What can I do for you?
Inventory is full.
Inventory is full. The rebel chestplate. Okay, anyway.
For the Alliance.
No one. Okay, so we're pretty close. So maybe I'll just finish up a dungeon, and then my next video will take back. And then my next video that I'll have will my next video will just be level 30, and we can level in another place to make this more interesting. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I sure loved making it. This is a very rough kind of pilot, but I think this is good, and I enjoyed this, and I hope you guys did too, to be honest. And one thing I just want to say is that yeah, this is a good series, and hopefully I can make this into something that I can do as a little bit of side hobby, so I can, just chillax. Anyway, see you guys. Have a nice day.